Everybody, hey, it's Lee Godbold with Junk Removal Authority, where we help junk removal business owners make more money and live a better life. Check us out at JRA.com. If you guys are looking to increase your sales, make sure you check out our marketing services, our marketing bundle package, which is a great, fantastic website that's proven to convert. It looks super professional. It's very well branded. It's your company colors. It's a proven design. It leads to conversions. It looks as great as any of the franchise websites out there. There's a bunch of them kind of throughout the country of different variations, different templates, all proven to convert. Custom content, your custom colors, your custom logo, your custom pictures. It's an amazing looking site built to convert, combined with awesome SEO. Nobody's ranked any more junk removal sites better than JRA throughout the country. And Google Ads, pay-per-click management, driving instant calls to your business right off the bat. That's the marketing bundle package, JRA.com, or give us a call at 919-617-1975. Okay, let's talk about July. Let's talk about business cycles. Let's talk about why the heck so many junk removal companies are slow right now at this very moment. And the first thing is, some of you guys might watch this and you say, I'm not slow, I'm busy. I'm having the best month I've ever had. That's going to happen from time to time. You could have had a really large job. You could have had some competitors that are taking most of the month off. You could have had any number of things, just some little random occurrence that might allow July to be an amazing month for you. Or maybe you're just a very, very new business and you're finally starting to gain some traction. But as a whole, July is actually one of the slower months of the year. It's nothing compared to your Februaries, your Januaries. It's nothing compared to that. But it is definitely a cool down for those of us business owners that have gotten used to really high sales up through this busy season, which starts in March and generally runs through the end of October. Now, November and December aren't bad, but March through October are considered the busy season with a slowdown in July. So if you look at the typical sales of a junk removal company, January and February, a lot of times you're going to do 50% in sales of what you're going to do for the months of March through October. And then your November and your December might be down 25%, something like that, from the peak months. Now, if you're growing at a tremendous rate, if you're starting brand new advertising, if you are doing things you've never done before, if you're a brand new company, you might actually outgrow the slowdown. But for an established junk removal company, that's what you're generally going to see. But then you get this anomaly. You get July where things just seem slow. And you don't expect it when you're brand new, when you haven't been in this game for long. So let's talk about July. What happens in July? Well, number one, people go on vacations. July is the largest month, the most common month for people to go on vacation. Your team members might go on vacation. You might go on vacation. I just got back from a 7-day or 6-day trip to the North Carolina coast. Brought my 8-year-old son, Jet, to the North Carolina coast for the first time. Got him in the pool, which was fun. He actually seemed to like it a lot. And then, got out to the beach and just had an amazing time. I was gone for 6 days. We've got our marketing director, Mr. Matt Mary. He's going to be gone for a week, starting next week. So we've got umpteen dozen other people that work for us that are taking vacations sometime throughout the month of July. Well, if you're taking vacations and your team members are taking vacations, what does that mean? That means a lot of other people are taking vacations. Add on to the fact that for the last 2 years, a lot of people have not vacationed because of COVID. People are getting out and about. COVID is still running around out there, but finally people have gotten to the point they don't care. They're going to get out. They're going to finally live their life. They're not going to be, stuck in stuck at home. So, living scared. So that's going on. So it's exasperated what's common. So people are going on vacations. Number two is hot. It is hot. Don't care what part of the country you're in right now. It is hotter than normal in July. And if you're down in Florida, if you're in Texas, Texas has been getting hammered with really, really, really high heat. Texas is one of the hottest junk removal markets in the country in terms of sales. When it gets hot, in terms of temperature, the sales cool down. So up north, hot. North Carolina, hot. Rest of the South, hot. Out west, hot. Everywhere's hot. So when it gets hot, when the temperature gets hot, the sales get cold. That's a typical thing you see in the junk removal world. Real estate sales slow down in the month of July. You've had some interest rate increases popping up. Real estate market's still relatively hot, but you do have people backing out of contracts now at a little bit higher level than we've seen in the last 2-3 years. Sales are down a little bit. So you've got that kind of going on. That's not necessarily just July, although July is typically a slower month in real estate sales as well for all the reasons we're mentioning now. So you got it's hot, you got vacation, you got back to school. People are, towards the end of this month, they're going to be thinking about their kiddos getting back to school come August. What does that mean? Well, that means they're going to be taking time to help little Johnny and little Susie go out and buy school supplies and go through all the meetings that need to occur. You got kids off at last minute camps. You got a lot of stuff going on right now that are taking people's time and attention away from cleaning up. So that's another thing that's kind of going on. So those are the main reasons July typically is slow. We've been in this game for 11 years now since we started Junk Doctors, and all but maybe 1 or 2 July's was the slowest month out of all the busy season, and it can be measurably slower. I think there was one weird year in there where July might have been the busiest month of the entire year, but I think we had some like $40,000 job that we did, or $50,000 job or something for that particular one. So again, from time to time, you're getting an anomaly. Here's the deal though, guys. A lot of you guys are trying to fix a cyclical slowdown, which July is that break, it's that cool down. A lot of you guys are trying to fix your cyclical slowdown in July, in the month the slowdown occurs. You don't do that. You will never, ever, ever make wise decisions when you're scared and your business is slowing down for the first time. You thought you were going to make money hand over fist. You were expecting January and February to be slow, but not July. You will never make wise decisions the month of a slowdown. You have to have forethought, and you have to consistently be doing the right things throughout the entire year. You need to consistently monitor the results your marketing is bringing you. You need to consistently watch your P&L. How much are you spending on payroll? How much is truck maintenance costing you? Do you have too many trucks, too few trucks? You need to be constantly monitoring that. What is your average job sale? You should, right off the bat, at any given point, you should know what your average job sale is for month to date. Right now, Junk Doctor's average sale for the month of July is $393. I know that. You ask me that next week. You ask me that the following week. I will know the month to date on it, or the average job sale month to date on at least a weekly basis. In my mind, that's almost your most important number in your junk removal business. If you operate a halfway efficient junk removal company and you have a good average job sale and you're established, so you're getting enough customers, meaning when you're established, your marketing spend is getting in the 20% or below range. When you're brand new, that marketing spend might be 25, might be 30%. It's going to be hard to make money there. You get down to that 20%, the 15% range, and you have a good AJS, you will be profitable. You will be profitable. So know that AJS. So you handle your slow season, your slow months during your busy months, not during your slow months. The slow season is not the time to start doing brand new things you've never done before. It's not the time to cut back on marketing spend that you didn't already plan to cut back on. It's not the time to sell trucks that you thought you were going to need, but all of a sudden you're slow, so you're assuming, hey, I got to get rid of these trucks. It's not the time to lay off people. It's not the time to quit hiring. If you've been in a labor crunch in the past 3 months, and all of a sudden you're good now, or maybe you're heavy on labor, it's not the time to lay off, and it's not the time to pause hiring. Now's the time. Strike when the iron's hot. Strike right now when the iron's hot, because what that means is there's a lot of other service business owners out there that are pausing hiring, because the service business industry as a whole, it's not just junk removal, the service business industry as a whole experiences a slowdown during the month of July for all the reasons that we mentioned. So that means instead of a guy going off and doing landscaping, or instead of a guy going to do power washing, or instead of a guy joining a moving company or whatever, because these competitors, or another junk removal business, because these competitors are scared and they've been reactive instead of planning ahead, you're out there, you have a job posting out there, and you can really take advantage to maybe actually finally get some good people. Now, all this is also exasperated by a fear of a recession. And the fear of a recession is probably, we're already in a little bit of one now, there's no doubt. A fear of a recession will drive us deeper into a recession. Now, you and knowing that, me knowing that, the 7,000 subscribers on this channel knowing that, in the grand scheme of things, isn't going to make that huge of a difference, because the problem is people are going to really shore up their resources and be careful on what they spend money on. You should do that all the time. The time to handle a recession is when the economy is in expansion. That's the time to make moves about a recession. That's the time you should. Now, if we get into a deep recession, you might have to make cuts. But the thing is, you should have been doing that all along. What do I mean by that? There are certain things you need to be evaluating all the time to determine, do I need to make a cut back here? But you never want to cut something that's leading to more work, that's leading to expansion, that's leading to growth. You want to cut things that are wasteful. You want to have an eye on waste. It is very easy when you're really, really busy to not worry about the waste, because you're making more money you've ever made before. Why are you going to worry about $100 here, $1,000, $500? Maybe you get to the point it's $5,000. You know, if you sit there and it was on paper and you were tracking it all the time and you realize, hey, I have $15,000 worth of waste, you would do something about it. You do something about $5,000. But what happens is you get lazy. You say, I'm making a lot of money. You're not looking into, you're not exploring, you're not finding those areas of waste. Your business is suffering, and it's putting you in a bad position, a scary position, come July, come December, come January, come February. You're in a rough position. Work guys, your managers, your business owners, you're not junk removers. You're running a marketing and sales company. You're running a business that just happens to remove junk. Get that mindset. Put that in your head. Operate like that on a daily basis. And I promise you, you're going to do things. You're going to make all your dreams come true. You might exceed your dreams. You might raise your dreams up and your goals up because you start to see this thing working. You got to think of yourself as a business owner. Otherwise, go to work for somebody else. You're a business owner. Business owner. Remember that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Lee Gobble with Junk Removal Authority, where business owners come to make more money and live a better life while removing junk. If we can help you out any way at all, check us out at JRA.com. Contact center services, backup contact center services. A lot of you guys are missing phone calls. You want to make sure you're not missing those phone calls. Missing those calls, it's going to kill you in July. It's going to kill you throughout the year. It's amazing the amount of money that happens. So check out our backups contact center service. You can take calls primarily. If you miss that call because you're busy, because you want to do something personal, whatever, our backup service can make sure somebody's got your back. Somebody's taking that call, somebody's booking that job, and you are going to collect that money. We'll talk to everybody again here real soon. Again, I'm Lee Gobble with Junk Removal Authority. Appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We'll see you soon. We'll see you at JunkCon.